Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I'm back again with another pick card, and this one's going to be about just a hopeful message, something that's going to be uplifting in some way for you. This one is inspired by the colors of the rainbow, so you're going to be choosing from, from red to purple, right? It's also inspired a little bit in the chakras because I noticed they're the same colors basically. So that's what we're going to be doing. I will apologize in advance if at any point I cough into the mic, or if you hear that my voice is sounding a little bit weird. I caught the Rona, so we're gonna try this out. So let's go with your pile. So for pile 1 you have red, pile 2 is orange, pile 3 is yellow, pile 4 is green, pile 5 is blue, pile 6 is indigo, and pile 7 is purple or violet. Hello, if you have pile 1, this is your reading. So you picked the color red, which is also associated with the first chakra. So your base chakra is at the root. It should be at the base of your spine. It's associated with survival, with instincts, security, and grounding. So we're going to use only 3 cards for this reading. Your tarot card is Justice. Your oracle card is Take Time to Breathe Out, Disseminating Moon. And your affirmator says, everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. So right off the bat, based on obviously the color that you chose, because I don't think it's a coincidence that you chose this color. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but you're more than free to choose more than one color, whatever you want to do here. But based off this one and the cards that you got, I do see here that you've been through some karmic lessons recently, especially like the way this is laid out. It's so perfect in my opinion. Yes, these cards are pre-picked. I shuffled them beforehand and just lay all the cards. I don't do the whole shuffling process on camera. If you're curious as to how I do it, I have it explained in my description. But Justice, the fact that the only tarot card that you got, which is the only tarot card every group got, is a Major Arcana, is really, really big energy, because Major Arcana are supposed to be like the bigger lessons and aspects of life, right? And you got Justice. Justice, I mean, I think the card in and of itself says it. This could be something that is relating to other people, but not necessarily. But regardless of what it is about, you've been through a rough patch recently. And there's a high, it's very likely that you have been struggling recently. Maybe you have been learning a lot of lessons, or there's been like a long period of time where you've been learning a ton of lessons one after the other. And I feel that it's come to the point where you're probably pretty tired of it. There's something here with that red color and security that I think could be related to trauma. Take that as it resonates, of course. For some reason, they're guiding me to say that trauma is not about exactly only what happened, but also what didn't happen. So neglect is also trauma. I don't know why they want me to say that, but I'm saying it anyway. But the point of your reading here is that most of all, they want you to take some time to heal, to take a breather. You're gonna have some time right now, a period of time where you're gonna be able to really rest and rejuvenate. If you have been going through a lot of lessons, this is your time to kind of reflect on them. Now I understand that may be quite painful depending on what it is about, especially if we have everyone's a teacher, so you may have been meeting people in your life that came with a lesson of some sort. And when we say lesson, we don't mean things that you deserve to have happen to you. They're just things that help us learn and grow in some way. But also, they're bringing this quote to my mind, which says, change is inevitable, but growth is an option, or something like that. Or no, growth is a choice, or something of the sort. But what this is saying is that during this time, because you've had so many things happen to you, it's like you may be kind of closed off now. You may not be feeling great. You may be actually quite sad. But they're telling you to kind of focus on the brighter side of things. And if you can't do that, that's okay. It's okay to be angry and sad. But they just want you to take this time to go within and take care of yourself. I do want to mention, again, because this is supposed to be like a hopeful message, I'm talking about something else. I wanted to see if that resonates with you. If all that I said resonates with you, then 100% is your reading. But with those lessons, with this Justice card right here, there will be retribution, okay? So when you go through all of these lessons and all this pain, and maybe they're not even lessons, maybe they're just bad things that have happened to you, where people betrayed you in some way, or they really, really hurt you, especially with their words, which is coming up, there will be retribution. So you will be getting things to make up for what happened. Now, if these things that happened, like I said, they involve another person, which is very likely considering that this is here, and they left your life, or maybe they are still in your life and you're considering getting them out of your life, you should 100% do that if they are no longer making you happy, or if they're just hurting you constantly. Because with this Justice card right here, what this is telling me is that something new and something better is gonna come in to replace that thing that hurt you, that is now no longer in your life, or no longer will be pretty soon. Okay, so I feel like you are right now, like on that, like it's like it's not a bridge, it's like it feels almost like limbo. Sorry, I hit the mic, sorry. It's like almost like a limbo, because you are done with this difficult period, but you're still feeling on edge, so you don't feel secure still. But it's not yet at the point where you're receiving the good thing, so you're kind of like in the middle, and you're not sure if you're gonna get more lessons, or if you're finally gonna get something that it's enjoyable to you. And Spirit is saying that yes, you will be this, like after this period, you're gonna be getting new and better things. Okay, so do take this time to take care of yourself and to heal and rejuvenate. This is it's take time to breathe out. It's to come to terms with what has happened, make peace with it, and then be able to move forward, and you will be receiving many good things. I do want to get a charm for you from here. It could be anything. We'll see what comes up. I didn't plan on doing this, but we'll see. So noise warning. It may be a little bit loud. Ooh. Well, that was fast. So, you got the little starfish. Hold on. Let me put that right here. I don't know why that's coming up the way it is. So what's coming up with this starfish is like, I'm trying to see how I can put this into words. It's like unexpected potential, or it's so interesting. It's coming up like, happiness from an unlikely source. So I feel like, I don't know if this is spirit kind of telling you that of course there are going to be some changes, but something probably quite unexpected that you are going to end up enjoying in some way. I don't even know what it is, but I feel like it's something that you do. So maybe you're going to be coming across some type of new hobby or a class or a workshop or whatever it is that you aren't sure if you're going to enjoy or not, but it's going to be actually very enjoyable for you, and it's going to be kind of like the starting point to something very important later down your life. I don't know what it is. They keep emphasizing like a workshop. So if you have signed up for some type of workshop, and you think maybe you're feeling like, oh, maybe I should cancel and not do it. If that's specifically for you, Spirit is saying go ahead and do it because there's something good there. But also, if that doesn't resonate, it could also be the fact that despite all of this, you're gonna realize that you are, first of all, because you've gone through all of this, you're gonna realize that you're much stronger than you thought you were, but also that I'm seeing like an image of someone incorporating these lessons. It's kind of like you pulling all of this together, and the good things and the bad things that have happened to you recently, especially the bad ones, but it's kind of being like, okay, that happened. What's something good that I can take away from this, right? What can I learn from this? And it's like almost turning into a completely new being, even though it's still you, you know? I'm kind of seeing it like that. It's kind of like pulling all of this together and making something beautiful out of it. So maybe you are an artist. If you are, that resonates, it could have to do with that. If not, it doesn't matter. It's just either realizing that you have so much potential that maybe you didn't think you had, which you definitely do, it doesn't matter, but it could also be about finding potential in an unexpected place or in an unexpected thing. That's very, very, very interesting. But there's a rebalancing of the scale. So you will be, for every bad thing that happened to you, for everything that was painful for you, you will get something that's more enjoyable, and that's good. Okay, so that's the main thing about your reading. So not everything that's gonna happen in the near future is gonna be bad. Right now it's your time to receive blessings, because you have already been through enough as of now, of course. And the universe wants to let you know that what you went through wasn't in vain. There will be retribution. You will be compensated for this, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I post all of my updates about the channel over there, and I sometimes do readings. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo, my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, pile 2 for the orange color. There's your reading. So the orange color is associated with the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, and that's associated with emotions, sexuality, intimacy, and stuff like that. Okay, so I just want to mention it because that may be an area in your life where you need some help from spirit. Maybe you need some unblocking. Interesting that that's coming up, because I didn't mention that in the first pile. But anyway, so we're only going to be using 3 cards for this reading. It's supposed to be shorter, so I forgot to say this in the beginning, of course, because I always forget something. Well, that, and also if you want to pick another pile in addition to this one, you can 100% do that, because it's going to be pretty short. Okay, so your tarot card is the Hermit. Your oracle card is you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, and your affirmator is love. Love is a many splendored thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try. Or how about the chills I get while singing along to name of the song, you know the one. So the first thing that's coming to mind here, especially with the love card, I'm still amazed at how perfect this is going with the colors and everything. If you want to see how I shuffle, like how I pre-picked these cards, I have an explanation in my description. But anyway, what's coming up for me here with this Hermit here, especially with this new moon in Cancer. So Cancer is a zodiac sign associated, if I'm not mistaken, with the home, or at least I associate Cancer with the home and the family, and especially because we have love here and the orange representing, you know, intimacy and sexuality. You do have the Hermit. So for me, this is talking about probably a period where you were alone, especially in romantic relationships. And if you weren't alone, you didn't quite get to be with someone that made you feel fulfilled, or that you just haven't been in a fulfilling relationship in a long time. But that's gonna change here, because even though I don't have like an explicitly love related tarot card, I still have these two, especially with the love card. So of course love can be about a million things, of course, but with this Hermit card right here, the Hermit is, it's Hermit, so it's being alone and being introspective. This card is associated with Virgo. I don't know why I feel the need to say that, but there you go, Virgo. But it's about isolation. So you're being, whether good or bad, it's isolation. So this is kind of you being alone and by yourself, right? But with these cards, I would say congratulations. I don't know. But I do see you getting, if it's not a romantic partner, it's still you being able to find, it's kind of like your found family. So maybe you are going to be meeting people pretty soon that are going to be making you feel at home. That are gonna be making you feel appreciated and welcome with them. And I think that's very beautiful, especially with this love card. This could also be talking about, like I said, romantic relationships. So you may be coming out of this period of being by yourself and actually meeting someone new, or rekindling a romance is coming up as well. So for some of you, maybe someone from the past, but you know what your situation is, okay? I'm not gonna be like, your ex is coming back. No. They may be, but you know, I'm not gonna promote that type of thing, because they're next for a reason, I think. So it's up to you, of course. But this could also be about you going within, and you taking your time to heal within yourself first. So this is giving me vibes, like for me, because personally, I'm giving this example because it may resonate for some of you. I personally know that I have many issues surrounding relationships because of my childhood. So I have, for better or for worse, basically avoided relationships since my whole life, because I feel like I don't want to hurt anyone else. So I kind of want to heal myself before I do anything, or before I get into any type of relationship with anyone, because I would really hate myself if I hurt someone else. So that may be the case for you here, but regardless, there's like a lot of good things coming your way in terms of your personal life, your relationships with other people here, but especially people that are, it's less like just new people that you're going to be randomly meeting and going to have fun with. This is more about people that are going to become a part of your family, where that's literal in the sense that you're going to marry someone, or that you're going to be in a long-term relationship with someone, is one thing, but it could also be about people that you really enjoy being accompanied by, and these may be very important friends for the rest of your life. Basically, they're giving me, oh my god, that's so cute, they're showing me Golden Girls. That's so interesting because like I have never watched that TV show. I know that's a sin, and rest in peace to Betty White. But they're showing me that. So for many of you, this may be about long-term friendships, and that's really sweet. So I'm gonna get one of these charms for you. It may be an extra message, it may be a sign that you're gonna see later. I didn't specify this in the other reading, but I am doing it in your group for whatever reason, so we'll see. Sound warning, maybe a little bit loud. So let's get one for you. Ooh. So that bad boy is a little hook. that's it's just a hook. So this charm, it's just a piece of plastic, but I felt like it would fit well in my charm collection for some reason. But with this, it's fitting very well with what I said, that these, whatever this is, whatever this person is, or these people, I'm plural, they're gonna be meeting, they're gonna become a really important part of your life. It's kind of like a forever bond, to be honest, because it's a hook. It's like you're not getting out of it. And it may be quite unexpected as well for you. Maybe you are going like out somewhere where you don't think you're gonna be able to meet anyone, like any new people, but you will, and it's gonna be like, surprise, I'm here. Or you're just gonna connect so well with this person or these people that it's gonna be surprising even for you, but it's gonna be very long lasting. And of course, I mean, with that Golden Girls thing, like, it's gonna be so sweet and wholesome. I don't like I said, I haven't watched it, but I know just looking at it, it's gonna be very fun for you, and I think that's beautiful. And they're also like showing me with this, it's like you know how in those old cartoons they get like a hook out and they pull the character off stage. They're showing me that, but in the sense of, what the hell are you doing there by yourself? Come here, let me hug you. It's like a group of people. It's so beautiful to me that it's showing up like that. So that's your hopeful message. I hope that gives you some hope and that it really does come true for you, because again, this is a general reading, you never know, but if you feel like it's for you, it's for you. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want, because I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and I also put out readings occasionally, here and there. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo, my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. My mom is coughing. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, here, pile 3 with for the color yellow. This is your reading. So yellow is associated with the third chakra, which is your solar plexus, or I feel they call it navel. I don't even know what it is, but anyway, it's associated with energy, vitality, desire, power, etc. And it's also the color that I would say most people associate with happiness, and I mean, I do see some happiness here. So if you want to know how I pick out the cards for each video, because I don't shuffle on camera usually, I have an explanation down below, but I feel like I'm gonna have to start including me shuffling because it's insane how perfect this is. So we're only gonna be using these 3 cards. It's gonna be a quick reading. But your tarot card is the Two of Cups. Then your oracle is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And your affirmator card says, follow your heart. I am always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get to where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. Like... Why is it so perfect, man? Sometimes even I'm surprised at this. I didn't look at the cards beforehand, so like I'm seeing them for the first time with you right now. So disclaimer, if you're already in a relationship and it's fulfilling as it is, it's probably talking about that one. If you're not happy within your own relationship, if you are in one, this could be talking about the next chapter within that same relationship where things are going to be improving, most likely, because from what I'm seeing here. But for others of you, this could be talking about a new relationship coming in, because we do have new cycle begins. I think it's pretty obvious that we're talking about relationships right here, with this Two of Cups. But considering that this is, the yellow and the association with Libra, it's like a very, very happy romantic relationship, and it feels almost childlike. I am seeing with this Follow Your Heart card, especially because it says the thing about the GPS. This is gonna be a how do I say this? It's like a that is not the word, but they're saying preconceived to me. That is not the right word that I'm going for, but if they're saying it, okay. But it's like a agreed meeting with someone. So this may be a soulmate, or just someone that is going to play a very important role in your life, and it's most likely romantic because of this. There's still the chance that this is going to be friendship, but that may be for like very few of you, considering the whole thing. So if you want to be in a relationship, like, it's coming, girl. So you don't have to be a girl. I'm just saying it like that. So even though the Two of Cups is usually not a card that I associate with compromise, the way that this card is being represented in this deck is reminding me of compromise, which normally I would associate the Hierophant card with compromise. But with this Two of Cups, there's a diamond in the middle, and diamonds and like wedding rings and stuff like that. So this very, very well may be someone that it's either going to be like a long-term partner, or someone that you're literally going to marry, and you may spend the rest of your life with them if you believe in marriage or whatever. It's up to you. But I mean, I think, isn't that uplifting enough? Like, oh my god. With that solar plexus, it may be with someone who makes you feel very lighthearted, but especially like if you're the more serious type, like if you are the serious type, or maybe you consider yourself, and I'm gonna say consider yourself because I don't feel like it's true, but maybe you think that you are boring, or like people have told you are boring, or that you're like an old person, even though maybe you're probably not. I don't know why that's coming up, but the thing is that with this person, you're not gonna feel like that. It's gonna be very obvious to you that I'm not saying that this person is immature, but it's coming up like very fun. So it may not be like, I feel like the relationship is supposed to be serious, but it's not gonna feel like that. It's not like this type of relationship that it's gonna kind of like it feels like a very honeymoon phase. So you know what the honeymoon phase is, like the first few months of a relationship, but I feel like that's supposed to be like the perpetual state of this specific relationship, especially how it's represented by the yellow, like the solar plexus chakra. I'm hearing oh my god, I'm getting so much in this pile out of all of them. What's it called, that song from Beauty and the Beast, like that one, tale us all this time. I can't fucking sing, my voice is so fucked from this COVID, but but I'm hearing that song from Beauty and the Beast, so maybe you want to listen to it if you don't know already, but it's coming up right now, tell us all this time. I don't even know what else they say because I watched that in Spanish. I don't even know why it's coming up in English. But yeah, let me get a charm for you. This is great. You're getting the love of your life. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get a charm for you. Maybe loud. I don't know why I said it already because I already moved it. But anyway, we'll see. This might be just something extra or whatever, I'm just going to get one. I'm not exactly looking. What am I? Oh, ooh, I love that. So you got this little, I think it's a Victorian type corset. It's a corset. You don't have to be a woman. But what this corset represents to me, it's these, it's so perfect. What the fuck, man? So it's like, I associate the corset with empowerment, which for some people may be weird considering that corsets, many people believe like historically was supposed to be uncomfortable for women and all of that. However, I see the corset as an empowerment thing, especially in a modern context where Many women wear corsets because they want to, or like they like how it looks. You don't have to be a woman again. But it also represents for me structure. So what I'm seeing in this with this empowerment is that whatever this relationship is gonna make you feel very powerful, and it probably is gonna boost your self-confidence, your self-esteem. And even if this is not okay, for some of you, this is more like a transitory type of relationship. For some of you, it may not be a relationship that lasts a lifetime, though for many of you it could be. For some, it's not gonna be the case. But even if that's not the case, this person is gonna kind of come in and help you with this, and set an important standard for you for later relationships. If not, if this is someone that you're gonna be literally for the rest of your life with, which you never know, you're gonna have to wait to be in the actual relationship. They're give you it's like they're giving you support. They're gonna give you a lot of structure in your life in some way, even though they're very fun. It's like, as cliche as it sounds, it's coming up like everything is gonna make sense. Everything is gonna make more sense with this person. Now, I do want to make it important that it is very, very important to be independent and an individual. When you are in a relationship, being overly independent or overly codependent is not good. No extreme is good. But I do feel like you're gonna be with this person because you want to be, but they're also gonna help you become a better version of yourself, and you're gonna become, like I said, much more self-confident, much more confident in yourself and your own abilities, maybe even in your body, considering that this is a corset. But yeah, it's so fucking beautiful. I love that for you, honestly. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all my updates about the channel over there. And I also put out some readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo, my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, pile 4? Yes, 4. For the color green, this is your reading. So the color green is associated with the 4th chakra, which is your heart chakra, and it's associated, of course, with love, hope, and compassion. So we're only going to use 3 cards. Your tarot card is going to be the devil. This is going to be, like a quick reading. Your oracle card is don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. And your affirmator is good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the timing is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. So before I even get into this reading, this little card is not a bad card. I'm just letting you know. But at least I don't see it that way. Before I started your reading, like just before I started your reading, I was grabbing my charms, to sort them out, shake them up a little bit for this reading, for your reading, which is what's coming up. And this charm fell out. I will pull a charm for you afterwards, but I want to mention it because this charm is a little smoking pipe. This charm for me is inspired in a very famous painting, which is called, if I'm not mistaken, this is not a pipe, and it's obviously a painting of a pipe. But for me, this charm is talking about things not being what they seem to be. And I just wanted to mention it because it may be relevant for you for this reading. So the main thing that I'm feeling with this devil card, especially considering that Leo is here. Leo is actually associated with the heart chakra, with the heart space, which I find really interesting. I pick the cards, but I don't look at them. If you want to see how I shuffle, I have an explanation in my description. I don't film it, but I probably should, considering how perfect these are coming up. So Leo is a fixed zodiac sign, right? And I do want to mention that the devil is associated with Capricorn. But Leo is a fixed zodiac sign. So Leo is usually pretty stubborn, like as all fixed signs. Fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So they tend to have, of course, there are good qualities to them. But one of the things with fixed signs is this stubbornness, and they are pretty much unshakable, which, I mean, their name says it is fixed, so something stable, unmoving, right? And the main thing that I'm feeling with this devil card is not the literal devil. It's like, for what I'm feeling with this is the sense of being stuck or shackled right where you are, and maybe that's why you chose this reading, because it's supposed to be a hopeful, reading. But the thing with the devil is that you're not actually stuck, right? You're stuck because you believe you are. In the traditional devil card, there are two people, and they are shackled by their necks, but the chains are loose, so they can literally get the chain out of their neck. So they just have to remove it. But it takes willingness, and you seem to be stuck. Like, there's this appearance that you are stuck, but you really aren't. You just need to realize that you can remove the chain from your neck at any point, right? But with this Leo card as well, there's kind of like this unwillingness to move, or because, like, so this unwillingness to move forward or take a specific route because you're proud, and you're prideful in some way, or it could be literally that it goes against your morals. Like, maybe there's this one thing that many people are telling you to do, or that will be the correct decision in any other point, but it doesn't sit right with you for one reason or another. I'm not gonna criticize and tell you that's good or bad, like, up to you. But it's like it just doesn't sit right with you. But then there's also this inner conflict about this inner conflict about wanting to move but also not at the same time. It's so weird. It's like two conflicting energies within you. It's like you want to go this way, but you also want to go that way. It's like you want to move and you want to kind of, it's like you kind of want to cave in and do the thing, but you don't want to because it doesn't sit right with you. I would always tell you to listen to your heart, but you really need to make sure that you are actually listening to your heart and it's not your brain just tricking you, or your trauma response is tricking you, which is an usual occurrence in many of us. But it's like there's something good anyway. I mean, even if you can't see it, like I said with this devil card, it's like it's almost like the moon card in that way, in my opinion, where you are seeing something that is not exactly real, especially that sense of being stuck. It's kind of like an illusion in that way. So but if you are actually feeling like super fucking stuck and like you don't know what to do here, or you feel like you have run out of options, things are gonna make sense soon, because with this good things to come, they're talking as well about a change in perspective. But you may be getting literally a change in perspective and realizing, hey, I can get out of here. I can take off these chains. There's another route that I can take, or something of the sort. But it's also talking about just a change in something that something you weren't seeing before, because the wrapping paper in this card, they're eyes. So they always remind me of kind of taking the blindfold off in a way. And then you can see it, like, actually. But Man, I feel like it's just like regardless of what you're feeling here, regardless of what it is that you're feeling, you're gonna be receiving good things, and you're not gonna be feeling stuck anymore. Because I'm just realizing, just looking at this is a car. What do cars do? They move forward or backwards or whatever you want to go, but they move. They're a vehicle. You're supposed to go from point A to point B. They're just not for sitting there. So maybe you're feeling stuck like right now, but like all of a sudden you're getting your car, like this car, or just and by car I mean just finding a new way. This is like metaphorical, more so metaphorical than anything else. But then you're like, okay, I can move now that I have this new way of doing this thing, or this new way of seeing things, and you're not gonna be stuck anymore. So Spirit is saying, like, if this is you, if you are stuck here, or if you feel like you're stuck, you won't be feeling that way anymore soon. I do want to use the charms, and specifically when I use the charms, I want to ask for you, like, the specific question I want to ask is, how can you become unstuck? So we'll see with that. What fell out? Something fell out. It fell in the... Oh my goodness. Where is it? It literally fell in here. What is that? Oh, it's Libra. It's the Libra charm. It just fell inside my sleeve. Man. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, you are not seeing this right now. This way of becoming unstuck, you're not seeing it. It literally fell inside my sleeve. Like, how the fuck did that happen? And it's gonna be surprising. Like I said, it's like, it's a change in perspective. Like, it's just gonna make sense one day. It's like it's just gonna hit you. So if you feel stuck right now, and you are like kind of like just breaking your own skull apart, breaking your head, like just trying your best to come up with a way to become unstuck, and you're not finding it, don't worry about that. Be more compassionate with yourself at this time. Make sure to take care of yourself, because it's gonna make sense soon enough, when it's supposed to, right? And I did ask, like, how can you become unstuck? It's amazing because the Devil card is also associated with excess, maybe even obsessions, substance abuse and stuff like that, right? But Libra is more like, Libra is balance. Libra is the scales, right? So the way for you to become unstuck is to reach a middle point between these two things. And I do want to mention this because I feel like it may be for some of you, like maybe you have sister signs in your zodiac. So for example, I am a Leo, but my moon is in Aquarius, and Leo and Aquarius are sister signs. They're directly opposite from one another in the zodiac wheel. So that may be the case for some of you. So if that's the case, check your birth chart and see what these two energies are, and how they play out in your life. And when you see where they influence your life, try to find a middle ground between the two, and that's going to help you become unstuck. So your way of becoming unstuck, of getting out of this devil energy, is to find the middle ground and maybe the common ground. And that's going to require that you compromise certain things, maybe even your pride. Wow. So that charm just made everything make sense to me in this reading. I was thinking, like, how do I convert this into something else? So you do have the means and the ability to get out of this situation. You just need to go within to find that. Maybe with the help of some tools on the outside, but the answer is within you, and you're going to be able to find it, okay? So I hope that made sense, because I was struggling a little bit to get the energy in the beginning, but now it's like everything makes sense, okay? So to find that middle ground, and you're going to be riding your vehicle of good things into the future, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST, and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all my updates about the channel over there, and I also post readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo, my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, baby pile 5 for the color blue. Yeah, this one's supposed to be blue. This is your reading. I get confused because I never do 7 piles. I usually do 3 piles, so this is a lot for me. So the color blue of the rainbow, of course, is also associated with the throat chakra, which is your 5th chakra, and that one has to do obviously with communicational, but also creativity and healing. So we're only gonna use 3 cards. You only have one tarot, you have one oracle and one affirmator. Your tarot is the 7 of Swords. Your oracle is a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. And your affirmator is divine timing. Everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. So these are kind of fun, so I love them. But the star of the show is the 7 of Swords, because usually if you know anything about tarot, the 7 of Swords is usually interpreted as a more negative card, but with what I'm seeing here, this is a difficult, considering that this is the associated with the throat chakra right here, and with this Libra card, if you know that, like, Libra is an air sign and swords are associated with air, which is again associated with communication of all things, but also like with mental, like thoughts, and yeah, just thoughts, communication, words, and stuff like that. So with this 7 of Swords right here, it stands for many things, but the main thing that I'm seeing here is maybe you having, like, it's like what keeps coming up, like I keep getting derailed because the words just keep popping up in my head, and it's like a difficult conversation, like over and over again, a difficult conversation. It just keeps going. So I don't know if you had like a harsh falling out with someone recently, or you caught someone red-handed in some way. Maybe you caught someone betraying you, or just a nasty situation all over with someone else being sneaky in some way, and there's conflict, like there's just conflict here. If this is not resonating with you, you're free to pick another pile. I have 7 of them, so you have 6 others to look into if you're interested. So this pile is going to be for you if that's resonating, because I usually can give like several interpretations of this, but they're giving me like one narrative right now, and I want to make sure you can pick other piles. So even though this card is pretty negative, like these 2 cards are really good as they are right here. So if that resonates with you, what the main thing they're saying here is that whatever this is, it was painful, obviously. They're very negative feelings associated with this. They're saying jealousy for someone. So maybe someone was jealous and maybe talking behind your back or something like that. And maybe they were someone you trusted. So you feel betrayed by them. Maybe they're trying to get a hold of you right now, because I keep getting that difficult conversation kind of thing. So there's someone you need to talk to that you probably had a falling out with, or someone that you want to talk to, or someone that keeps trying to talk to you even if you don't want to. So here's the thing. If they're trying to talk to you and you don't want to talk to them, I'm not going to tell you to let them talk to you. If these are your boundaries, respect them, okay? They need to respect your boundaries before they talk to you. 100%, that's 100% of the time. If this is flipped and you're trying to talk to them and they don't want to talk to you, what Spirit is saying is to let them be for now. The conversation will happen, because I do see that right here. But right now, there are a lot of hurt feelings surrounding this situation, then they need some time to heal. If you are trying to talk to whoever this is and they are just fervently refusing to do so, Just give them space, and they're gonna come talk to you when they're ready. Okay, but the main thing they're saying here, it's good that one or the other party, or maybe both parties, are not talking about this right now, because like I said, there's some pain here, and talking when you feel hurt can be, it just can go bad really, really fast, because you may say something out of hurt, out of you being hurt, and maybe you don't really mean it, but then you hurt the other person and it's a huge fucking mess, and spirit wants you to avoid that. So they're actually showing to me, there's this. Okay, so if you are comfortable doing spells, this may be for you. The Witch of Wanderlust here on YouTube, she has a spell that she shared once for an upcoming difficult conversation, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're interested in doing that for yourself, I'm gonna link it somewhere. I'm probably gonna put it up there as a I forgot the fucking name. I'm just gonna put it somewhere, so you can check that out if you're interested. But with this Libra card, like, the best thing here is that both parties kind of like, I'm saying both, it doesn't have to be between two people, it could be a group of people, but what would be better here, as Spirit is saying, it's like, give some time to each other to get their feelings under control, so that then you can have a more diplomatic and a more diplomatic conversation, and actually maybe problem solving, or it's just to have a more productive conversation, where it's not just gonna be you screaming kind of like at each other and being hurt and then crying, and then nothing gets solved and you don't feel better, right? So with Libra here, I always see Libra as this need for compromise. So you may have to put aside your hurt and maybe your pride or something like that if you want to talk to this person, or if this person wants to talk to you and you ultimately decide to talk to them. That being said, do say what you feel with honesty, but do so in a mature way, where you are not hurting the other person out of maybe revenge, or just maybe hurting someone. Maybe you end up hurting them without meaning to, because you didn't know how to say it. So what Spirit is saying here is like, take time to sort your feelings, decide what you want to do with the situation. But if you do decide to communicate with this person, whatever happened here, because like I was talking about that in the beginning, but this could be flipped. Like it could have been you that maybe betrayed them, or you talked behind their back, or something happened, you just had a falling out. Anything can be flipped here, depending on your situation, because this is a general reading, of course, but they're emphasizing leaving this energy behind, in favor of a more diplomatic conversation, discourse is what I was going to say for some reason. Expressing yourself with honesty and speaking your truth. That being said, for some of you, it could be the case that the conversation doesn't happen, at least not in the near future, because there's a lot of pain involved here, and nobody can't be forced to talk to another person if they don't want to. So if that's the case and the conversation doesn't happen in the near future, it's kind of like you're being encouraged to go separate ways, heal within your heal yourself, recover from this, and maybe in the future later on, you could come together and speak about this in a more mature way. Okay, so I'm gonna get a charm for you, see something here, but there's it's a win-win outcome, right? So ultimately everything is gonna be okay, if that's what you needed to hear. The situation is looking up, so it's something. When it says win-win outcome, is like everybody's gonna win within this situation. So it's like kind of like the best possible outcome is gonna happen here, so they don't want you to worry about that. So I'm gonna get a charm for you here. Noise warning. Oop. I intended to get 1 charm, but you got 3 charm. I mean, you got 3. That's fine. So you got this elephant, the ballerina, and this world right here. Hold on. What are you saying, charms? This little elephant, to me, this little elephant always reminds me of ancestors. So for some of you, this person that you had this falling out with is in your family. So you may not be 100% able to get away from them or give them space, or they may not be 100% able to give you space, or like not as much space as you may need, because for some of you, you may live literally in the same house. But it's kind of like still saying that if there's enough respect for each other here, things don't have to become worse than they already are. That's not spirit saying that your anger or your hurt or their anger and their hurt, it doesn't mean that they don't matter or that they are not important. You can feel whatever it is that you need to feel. Your feelings are never ever wrong. Feelings are just feelings, okay? They're simply saying like there's a need to look at this from a higher perspective, but like I said, eventually it's gonna be okay right here, especially with this world here. This represents an ending of a cycle. So the fact that whatever happened here came up, there's a reason for it, and you have the opportunity to heal it before moving forward. And then you have the opportunity to decide what to do after this, what the decision that you're gonna make that's gonna be best for you, and the decision that's gonna be best for them. Whatever decision either of you make after this must be respected. But I do feel like it's gonna be okay. Like you and this is Gemini energy for some reason, but I feel like both of you, or like however many people are here, or at least most, will be able to sort this situation out, and then come out of this without any hard feelings for each other. The Seven of Swords doesn't have to be as dramatic as I described it in the beginning. This could have been just a simple misunderstanding. But again, your feelings are always valid. So it doesn't matter, however, how much hurt you feel about this. They're still your feelings and they're important. Okay, so they want you to cater to that and to not push yourself to talk to this person or vice versa, just for the sake of fixing things. Like, you need to address those feelings before you talk about this, because that's doing it in any other way can get in the way of this ending in the best way possible, where all parties win. And when you say all parties win, for all parties to win, there has to be compromise. So, but that's up to you to talk about with this person, okay? So, but like I said, ultimately, like, the most important thing they need to think about this year, because maybe you are the one that's like kind of like overthinking this and worried about the whole situation. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, the point of this reading is to reassure you that it's gonna be okay. There are things that need to be taken into account here, but ultimately, how it's looking right now, things will be resolved, okay? And the best possible outcome is the one that's like set to happen. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all my updates about the channel over there, and I also post readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, favorite pile 6 for the indigo color. This is your reading. This is 100% not indigo, but it doesn't matter. I didn't have an indigo color. So the indigo is associated with the third eye chakra. So it's your sixth chakra, and that's associated with clairvoyance, intuition, and psychic awareness, etc., all that good stuff, that little eye between your eyes, you know. So we're only going to use 3 cards for this reading. So you have, for your tarot card, you got the Ace of Cups. For your oracle, you got nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then for your affirmator, you got one of the bonus cards, actually. And this one is Perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off some steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. I love that. So, like, literally, this is supposed to be like something that gives you kind of hope, or like an uplifting kind of thing. But I feel like that's like that's the most uplifting part of this whole thing. So, let's see what this message is for you. So, with that Perseverance card, and like you got the Void of Courseman, which is like, nothing will come of this situation, but I don't know, it feels like this is referring to something that you're currently tackling, like this mountain, like the mountain you're currently tackling, like you don't like it, like you just don't like it, and it's like you feel like it's in vain, but it's not. So that's what it says here. You will reach the other side. So, but it feels like I'm hearing like a journey with no end, or like a fight with no end, or something like that, where you feel like this is just it's just not good for anything. However, you have this Ace of Cups, and cups, yes, they're associated with emotions, but they're also associated with your psychic abilities. So this is only going to resonate for some of you, but considering this is the pile that you chose and the associations of that third eye chakra, some of you may be trying to develop your psychic abilities, and you may be having a hard time with that. If not, either way, like, even if that's the case for you or not, what this is saying here, it's like there's this self, how do I say this? It's kind of like a negative self-talk, or like this self-defeating beliefs or something of the sort. I don't even know how to explain it properly, but it's like a little bit of a lack of confidence in your abilities, or in your ability to tackle the mountain, because it's saying perseverance. They want you to keep going, but at the same time, it's like you're feeling like nothing's gonna come of the situation. I may just as well give up, right? But it's like these two energies where you're like, maybe I just shouldn't do it because I'm simply not gonna be good at it, or like it's just not gonna work, or I'm just wasting my time, versus wanting to keep going. And the main thing here is that wanting to quit is not really gonna help you growing anyway. Like, spirit wants you to persevere and keep moving forward with this. Like, that's the main thing here, and you do have the ability to do it. Like I said, I feel like this card, literally your reading for a hopeful kind of message could be this card alone, because that's like what I felt when I read it. But they want you to stay inspired. Like if you feel like you want to quit, like what they're bringing me to my attention is to mention that they want you to remember why you're doing it. Like what is, like the mountain is there, but why are you climbing the mountain, right? Like why are you why did you choose to take on this challenge to begin with? Like why did you do it? And they want the fact that you when you remember why you are doing it, that's gonna give you the strength that you need to keep moving forward. And again, you will reach the other side. This Ace of Cups, aces are a new beginning, so you will reach the other side of the mountain with a new beginning and many things that you're gonna learn. Especially there's this emotional fulfillment, and the biggest part of that is gonna come from, hey, I did it even though I thought I couldn't. It's like self-actualization is the word that's coming up. This may be related, even though cups have to do with emotions, this could have to do even with your own mental health. So the mountain could literally be your anxiety or your depression or something of that sort. Even though we don't have swords here, which usually represent the mind, it is coming up, so I am mentioning it, okay? But like they want you to remember why you're tackling this mountain, like why are you doing it. And also they want you to focus on it's like setting like an easy goal for yourself. Like within this mountain, like let's say that mountains have like up and down several other rocks. So let's say today I want to go as far as this rock right here, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do the rest. So they want you to set like these little goals for yourself to keep you motivated. So ultimately you can reach this other side, but you're gonna reach it. Like your most like the main message here is that you're gonna be able to do it even if you feel like you can. So I'm gonna get one charm for you. Noise alert. You know, be careful. It may be a little bit loud, okay? So let me get one charm for you. Let me get just one. Come on. Okay. Ooh. I'm just fixing that. So the charm that you got is, this is actually the Gemini charm. You may be a Gemini, but not necessarily. So interesting that I said the thing about the mind, because Gemini is an is an air sign, and air is associated with, you know, words, with communication, with thought, intellect, and all of that. So interesting. Hold on. That's coming up in a very interesting way. So what Spirit is saying is that you may feel like you're tackling this mountain alone, but you are not. Like, you're being, because the thing that came up with this Gemini charm for me was like the weight of this mountain, whatever it is, you know, the weight of the task being distributed almost evenly. It's not that it's evenly, but it's like you're being supported in some way. So you may feel like, you know, Atlas holding the whole earth, but there are several hands helping you lift it. Okay, so it's like, even if you feel like you're alone in this battle, in this journey, in this climbing of the mountain, you are not. You're being supported in many ways, and if you want to have proof of that, you can ask for it and you will receive it, okay? But they want to let you know that even if you feel alone climbing the mountain, you are not alone, okay? And ultimately, again, you will be successful in climbing this mountain. You will be successful in reaching your goal, and I think that's beautiful. But even, like I said, even if you don't reach your ultimate goal today or tomorrow or the next week or the next year, that's okay. They want you to still celebrate smaller goals, smaller accomplishments, okay? And also, like they're saying, like, again, with what I said about inspiration, if you need more inspiration, look back at what you have accomplished already, okay? So not for the sake of, pardon me, not for the sake of comparing the your progress with what you have already done, but for the sake of seeing that you can't, that you can do it. Like it's like you've done all this before that you thought you wouldn't be able to do, but you did it anyway, so that means you can do this once again. So, and really connect with your spirit guides, honestly, because they really are there for you, and they're rooting for you. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sunday. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and I also post readings occasionally. If you wanna buy me a coffee, my Venmo, my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye. Okay, pile 7 for the color purple or violet is your reading. So this color is associated with the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra, and the crown chakra is associated with cosmic consciousness, understanding, enlightenment, all that good stuff, connection to spirit, to source, or whatever you want to call it, right? So we're only going to use 3 cards for this reading. It's supposed to be a quicker message. So your tarot card is the King of Cups. Your oracle is it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. And your affirmator is clarity, which, again, I've said this in a few groups. I should probably be including how I shuffle like on camera, because it's amazing how perfect these go, how perfect they go together. If you want to know how I shuffle, I have an explanation of it in my description. But anyway, your affirmator is clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind, maybe? I don't know. Rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. So, like I said, it's so interesting to me because, like I said, it's this associated with enlightenment, and then you get clarity. So, hopeful message here. If you chose this pile, like, there's a very high chance you're very well connected to source. So it's like you are in tune with your emotions, in tune with your psychic abilities, most likely. And if you aren't yet, you will be. Because we got the King of Cups. Now, I'm not gonna say that kings are better than queens or better than pages, blah blah blah. But in order in tarot, kings are like the last card of the suits. So if we're talking like the hierarchy in the court, kings are like the highest member of the court, right? So this is you being very in tune with, like I say, your emotions and your psychic abilities with source, etc. So you have a lot of clarity, you have a lot of discernment, you have the ability to just perceive things immediately. But what I'm seeing here with this hopeful message, like we have this, it's time to take action. It's very likely that you got some type of idea recently to do something. Maybe you don't feel ready to do it, or you don't know if it was part of your mental chatter, or if it was your intuition. Even though you are very connected, there's a chance that this caught you off guard and you're not sure about it. I'm hearing something about you asking for a clarification or for confirmation and getting silence. That is interesting. It's like you asking for, like, hey, universe, should I pursue this one thing? Or, like, what do I do with this? And you maybe haven't gotten a straight up, like a straight up answer. And so for some reason, well, I do know the reason because they just fucking told me. Okay, great. So if that resonates with you, if it doesn't, you're free to pick another pile if you want, of course. But they're saying, like, the reason that's happening, like, yes, you are very connected, but they want you to take this to make this choice for yourself. Like, they want you to connect with yourself, like, kind of like go within instead of going upward all the time, connecting with them and asking them. It's not like they want you to check in with yourself, more so check in with yourself to take this action, or if not checking in with your own intuition is like what you want. So you may be it's either one of these or maybe both, I don't know, but it's either that you constantly ask them for clarification, or maybe you don't take many actions without checking in, like, is this okay, like, am I making the right choice, or you make more so choices for the greater good, or for whatever you think is the greater good, or you make decisions and you take action in a more detached way because you feel like it's gonna maybe it's very kind of like calculated in some way, but it doesn't really matter, and they want you instead to think about what you want, kind of like what you actually desire, because Aries is very passionate. Aries is very driven for their goals. They have a goal in their mind and they go for it. They're the first sign of the zodiac. So it's either one of those two for you. So they want you to check in with yourself. What is it you want about this, and what is your intuition telling you about this? But they don't want you to ask about it. It's kind of like you are connected, but they want you to start trusting your own guidance more, like the one that's coming from within, as much as you trust the one that's coming from the outside, which debatable if there's like inside or outside, because we're all the universe and blah blah, but it's like they want you to check in inside as well, for some reason. I'm gonna get a charm for you. Maybe this is gonna clarify it. We'll see what comes up. Noise warning, it may be pretty loud, but we'll see. Ooh. So you got this is a book charm. Man, I just, you know what this reminded me of, kind of like the Akashic records. It's not usually what this charm means for me, what is coming up. I heard someone say that there are like universal Akashic records that you can access, that they're usually, some people said, like this person said, that they could be a little bit more dangerous because you could encounter other beings there, but that we also have kind of like personal Akashic records that are inside rather than outside, that you can pretty much access at any time, and they're relatively safe, in that sense. I don't know if that's true, but I felt like mentioning it. But with this book, this is like kind of like knowledge, but books, for me, they're also about of course, like the things you have accumulated over your life, but there's also information that you know that you can trust. So maybe what Spirit is saying here is that they want you to realize that you're also a trusted source, that you don't have to go outside of yourself or go out of your way to ask them. It's okay for you to make decisions based on what you feel on the inside. So maybe because this, the seventh chakra, which is the crown, and is the in the line of chakras, it's more Western, but it's like the one that's highest up of the 7 chakra system of Western, like, spirituality, because there are more in other beliefs. It's like maybe they want you to do also some grounding in the physical, because it's the one closest to divinity or God or whatever it is you want to call it. While maybe the root chakra is maybe not maybe, like the the root chakra is the one like more so on the ground, like the earth and stuff like that. So maybe they want you to ground down, check in with yourself, and then go up if you want to, or vice versa, or like maybe they're telling you that you are spending too much time like up here, like in your head, and in other places that are not the 3D, because the thing is that you are here for a reason. You're supposed to be experiencing it, so they want you to do that. But this is supposed to be pardon me, a more so hopeful message. So what I am seeing here, if this is worrying you, if this taking action is worrying you in some way, because you don't know if this is the right decision, because like I said, you're getting met with silence, whatever it is that you first felt about it is correct. Whatever it is that you first decided before you questioned it, it was correct. If you want to check in again, you can do that, but check in inside, because it came from the inside. This desire to take action came from the inside. So the only way to check in with it is to go within. It's not, you're not gonna find it outside of you, but it is the right decision. So you don't have to be afraid of taking this action. You don't have to be afraid at all to go. I was gonna say lower, because I'm noticing that this is the first zodiac sign, and we were just talking about how this is the 7th chakra, and the first chakra would be the oh my god, I forgot, base chakra. I forgot the name. Well, it's supposed to be the lowest one, the one closest to earth. So maybe they're telling you that it's kind of like you have mostly mastered this area, but they want you to ground down as well. But yeah, no, you are clear what it is that you're supposed to be doing, but you need to connect with those emotions, with those desires. But what you connected with is correct. Like, this is the it's time to take action. Is the right time to take action. It is the right action to take. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and I also post readings from time to time. If you want to buy me a coffee, my Venmo and my Cash App are in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye.